the House of Life, the girls that come to the House of Life, they're usually ideally 3 to 5 months pregnant or sooner, earlier. The earlier the better. And they come here so that their babies can be born in a healthy way, that they can learn their rights, they can learn to protect themselves, they can learn how to be mothers, they can learn how to take care of their babies, they can basically learn how to be mamas.
Right.
Pretty much all the girls that have come to the House of Life have been abused since they can remember, which is usually 5 or 6 years old. So probably the abuse started before, but that's when they remember. That's when a name pops out, a family member, a friend of the family. It's usually close to the family, sometimes even within the family. It involves incest, rape, pedophilia, everything that can happen to a young child, right? And it damages them. The trauma, it puts them in a bad place. Lots of bad memories. That's what we work on. When the Department of Child Welfare in El Salvador sends the girls to us, they're totally damaged, they're totally broken, to the point of could be suicidal, questioning whether or not they can even be mothers in certain circumstances, all kinds of signs that are from the abuse for all the years they went through, all the trauma they've gone through. And so when they come in, they pretty much don't trust any adult, but the other girls here right away tell them, this is a safe place, this is an amazing place, this is a beautiful, warm, loving place, and we serve God here, and it changes everything. They believe the girls, but they don't believe us. What the girls have gone through is almost undescribable. Since their first memories of names and places are of abuse. And so that's usually around 5 or 6 years old. So it probably started before that. And so eventually a time comes when the abuse turns into a pregnancy. And then that's the warning sign. A red flag goes up. Something's wrong. They go to the hospital, and the hospitals immediately report to the government and the Child Protective Services and the police. There's a 10, there's a 12, there's a 14-year-old who's pregnant, and then a team comes in from the government, and the girls, if they determine it's abuse, a lot of times it's covered up because the abuser is close inside the family. Could even be inside the family. Could even be their own family, or it's somebody close to the family, or it could be somebody very dangerous, a gang member. Or a friend of a gang member, or their brother could be a gang member in jail, and somebody else knows that. And there's all kinds of things that happen, but it's usually close to the family, someone who knows the family. Very seldom is it a stranger or a rape walking to the store. It does happen, but it's not the norm. Probably the best thing to do is to come down here, send a team down here to help paint. We can go into the community where our goal is to reintegrate these girls with their families. And sometimes that means maybe the whole family lives in a one-room house and the roof leaks. So maybe we're fixing a roof, maybe we're painting walls here, maybe we're painting walls in the community, maybe we're putting up a wall. There's all kinds of options available as far as help goes. But when you come, you'll get to know us, you'll get to see what we're doing. What we also need is support for food, clothing, the staff that's here, the 24-hour staff that takes care of the girls. We need people to get involved in this. We've only been here since December 1st of 2023. So depending on I don't know when you're watching this video, but we haven't been here that long. Just go to our website, our website is www.micasakids.org, and you'll see all different kinds of ways to donate. So that's what the House of Life is. The babies that we have now, we have 2 babies that were just born here to mothers that came in, teen moms that came in pregnant, and they're so healthy. They're connected with their moms. They're talking to us. They're looking at us. They're smiling at us. That's it. For sure we'll save the babies. We are absolutely going to do our best to save the mamas. They've been through a lot of trauma, but we're Christians. We believe that with God anything can happen. And so we've already seen amazing differences in the girls. The first month, depression levels from on a scale of 1 to 20 at 17 or 18, which is almost suicide watch, down to 5, 0, 1. Once they get into a safe, loving, protected environment, they almost become kids again, but they're pregnant teens, but they just love it. It's truly amazing. You need to come down and see it. It's hard to describe.
From the mental health point of view, they're damaged girls that have not had an infancy, that have not played with dolls. They don't know board games. They don't know how to interact as a child. They've been obliged to be an adult all their time, and they have to take care of their siblings or sell or work to live. So they are very damaged mentally. We have to have a bond with them to be able to gain their confidence so they can tell you their stories. They've been helped by the caregivers, which are very special persons with them, and they have a lot of patience with them, and they show a lot of love and patience for all they've been through. We've been taught from a Harvard psychiatrist a Building Baby Brains seminar that we have seen, and so we engage in that part of how the mother has to bond with their baby. We do the NBO, which is the neonatal observational scale, and we teach the mothers what the baby's trying to tell them when they are tired, when they need a break, and so the mother doesn't feel overwhelmed with postpartum blues, and when the baby cries at night, they feel like they're tired, they don't want to feed them anymore, and sometimes they get mad at their babies, they don't even know what's happening in there with them, and so we try to orient them and tell them what's happening. Mm-hmm. One of the objectives of the House of Life is for mothers to be in a stress-free environment, for the baby to grow inside the womb in the best conditions. So when not only it's the first 1,000 days that the baby brain is growing, and so if it grows under stress, obviously it's not going to get their best potential. And if they get a good start in life, it's their IQ will be better. It's their own babies. These mothers won't abandon these babies, or these babies won't abandon their children after that. So it's a little chain reaction of doing something good, so it can go a long way. It's challenging because you try to do more. Sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough.
A mí me ha ayudado bastante y mi hija no ha sido tan fácil para mí. Ya llevo mucho tiempo en hogares y aquí he encontrado muchas oportunidades. Aquí me ayudan, a mí y a mi bebé. Yo siento que he prosperado bastante porque desde el inicio yo no quería a mi bebé. Hoy le siento amor, aprecio, me siento feliz. Aquí me han apoyado, me han ayudado en todo con las tías y me siento muy bien. Yo primero, como yo le decía a las tías, yo primero miro, antes miraba a Dios para mi bienestar, pero ya no puedo ver para mi bienestar, puedo tener que ver el de la niña, y siempre mi sueño es ser abogada o maestra o trabajadora social, y siempre me llama la atención y no hay nada imposible para seguir adelante y lo voy a lograr, primero Dios. Yo sí he mejorado bastante. Antes yo que ¿cómo decirle? Me hablaban de Dios, yo no tomaba atención, que eso no existía, que eso era algo falso. Hoy sí he mejorado y le pido mucho a Dios para salir adelante. Yo y con mi bebé estoy muy bien. A mí lo que más me gusta es leer, andar paseando. Me gusta hacer como peinados, planchar, pero a mí me van a enseñar porque no puedo mucho. Le puedo contar un pedacito de mi historia. Para mí no ha sido tan fácil. Mi niña no fue deseada, fue abuso. Y yo les recomendaría que no tuvieran mucho miedo. Aquí les dan muchas oportunidades, estudian, les cuidan los bebés, están las tías, les cuidan los bebés. Aquí no las maltratan, no sufren, aquí tienen todo y tienen casa, cama y todo, ¿va? Y aquí yo con mi hija estamos bien, gracias a Dios, tenemos todos, estoy feliz y yo les recomendaría es que aquí van a estar bien y todo, ¿va? Y no van a sufrir con su bebé, van a pasar feliz, contenta y aquí tienen todo.